It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the New York Knicks here in New York. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Luka Doncic.
You know, a trend like this isn't going to please the coach or the front office. He's been a little more focused on other parts of his game, and rebounding is something he needs to put more emphasis on. And I'm sure they've talked to him about it.
And now the Los Angeles starter. We've got Dyson Daniels. James is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Claxton in at the 5, down low. And for New York, Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now, here is James. Doncic on the wing. Over Bridges. Cash money from 16 feet away.
Well, it's so easy to be excited about Doncic. A lot to like in his game, especially when he's sinking tough shots in the face of the defense like this.
Stolen by Bridges. Outside Hart. Brunson finds Towns. 4 on the clock. And stolen by Claxton. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
You know, LeBron plays a very mistake-free game, usually in the open court, and when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
And it's Brunson missing.
Letting him have that from mid-range. The defense dodged the bullet there.
Doncic passes to James. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. Down low. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
A force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Coach was enthralled by the court awareness of LeBron James. He said, quote, very few guys know where all the players are on the court at all times. Very few players have the skill and the ability to take advantage of any slip-up. LeBron falls in both of those categories. There's a reason people talk about him as the GOAT. Brian, back to you.
Allie, thank you. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
Isaac outside. Pass to Daniels. Back to Isaac. 6 to shoot. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Josh Hart.
And, you know, Isaac is not afraid of a little contact. When he's shooting, he looks for contact.
And Clark, for all the excitement around acquiring Luka Doncic, now the Lakers hoping to get him back to the NBA Finals.
Yep, his youth sets them up for the future, B.A., but with LeBron James in the fold, they still want to try to win now.
Now here's Anunoby. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And it's powered home by Towns.
Big Cat says, take that.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. James, a screen on Brunson. And here's Doncic outside, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Brunson. Yet to see a basket. Outside Hart. Towns, a screen on Isaac. 5 to shoot. Hart finds Towns. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Claxton. Pass to James. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Now here's Brunson. Looking at his scoring efficiency, he's averaging around 29 a game. Takes a 3. The Lakers with a rebound. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
And here's Doncic outside, and it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul. Clarkson's checked in for Anunoby. And then for Los Angeles, Bol, he's checked in for Isaac. Edgecombe comes in for LeBron. And Smart subbed in for Daniels. Good on the shot.
Fighting his way inside, Clarkson shows good body control.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Lakers. They trail by 1. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each one won.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Lakers trail by 4. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson. Pass to Doncic. And no good. The dry spell continues. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Inside. Oh. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Mikal Bridges.
The defense getting physical with Bol. Too physical, in fact.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Back to Brunson. Screen by Hart. The 3 is up. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
They're getting a 2-for-1 on this road trip, Grant. Taking on both of the teams here in New York.
And I like what the league has done with the schedule. Trying to make things more efficient, limiting the miles traveled by each team.
And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. McBride comes in for Hart. And Payne is subbed in for Brunson. Now here's Payne. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Towns gets the bucket.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
And here's Doncic outside. He drops it from range. Doncic has got 8.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka gonna cook you.
Clarkson attacking. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Edgecombe. No points yet. There's a screen by Bull. Banked it in off the glass.
Oh, it's hard to contain Edgecombe, and that opens things up in the pick and roll.
We've got 1:13 left in the first. To the inside. Pass to Yabusele. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
56 seconds left to play in the first. Clarkson finds Yabusele. Good work there as it goes.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Doncic against Payne. Drops in the layup for 2. 10 points for him.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Lets it fly. And it's New York scoring again.
You know, coming into the league with a little hitch in his shot, something Clarkson's worked hard to iron out.
Edgecombe, no good. Knicks leading by 3. Clarkson with the ball. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Clarkson. Got it off in time. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. New York out in front, up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's McBride in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back over to you guys.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Yabusele, a screen on Thibault. Clarkson for 3. The rebound by Bamba. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Oh, huge slam by LeBron.
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans have dealt with some lean years, Greg, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Bridges misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Isaac. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Yabusele. James can't get it to go. For New York, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Pass to Clarkson. Fires for 3. Tries to save it. The rebound by Bamba. The Lakers in the lead. Isaac, the pass to Bamba. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Lakers. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference.
When I look at the Lakers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. And then for Los Angeles, Edgecombe, he's checked in for James. And it's Marcus Smart in for Bamba. Here's Clarkson. He has 6. Towns passes to Robinson, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Here's Edgecombe. In his last outing, 10 points for him. The shot's good.
Oh, impressive strength from Edgecombe. Young guys like him need confidence building buckets like this.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from V.J. Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Clarkson. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. And here are the Knicks now. Takes the 3, knocks it down from distance. Clarkson's got 9.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
And here's Daniels. Still no points. Edgecombe doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Karl Anthony Towns doing his thing inside.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Isaac outside. To the paint. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Bridges outside. Towns down low. Covered by Thibault. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
With his size and touch, there are very few that can match Karl Anthony Towns' skill set, making him an impossible matchup most times.
Now here's Daniels. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Edgecombe. Smart, a screen on Towns. Back to Smart. Releases. Misses off the left iron. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season, but a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
Clark, last season, the Lakers reached 50 wins for the 34th time in franchise history. An incredible number.
Yeah, that's a big-time number, and only the Celtics have more 50-plus win seasons with 37 total, and I think the difference in championships is between these two franchises, the Celtics with 18 and the Lakers with 17. Consistent greatness for both franchises, clearly. Two pillars of the league. Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Pass to Daniels. Now here's Doncic. He's got 10. In the paint, Luka!
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
New York, again, can't hit.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Out to James. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Knicks trail by 6. Here's Robinson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
Boy, the size of Robinson is tough to get out and guard. I mean, he knows that and drew the defender in tight.
Free throw good, Robinson. And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Clarkson's checked in for McBride. And the Lakers also making a switch. Bol, he's checked in for Claxton. Here's Edgecombe. 11 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Brunson. He's scoreless. Clarkson outside. Towns outside. Pass to Clarkson. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Dible's checked in with the tip. The putback. It's good on the putback. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
For the Knicks, Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. And then for Los Angeles, MYNBA comes in for James, and it's Isaac in for Luka Doncic. Here's Edgecombe. He's got 13. Clock at 6. Here's MYNBA. The Knicks with the rebound.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Towns, a screen on Thibault. Pass to Towns from 12 feet. Towns owning it inside.
You know, Towns can burn you from anywhere, especially from these in-between spots.
Outside Thibault. Here's Edgecombe. Back to Thibault. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Bridges. New York has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Brunson against Isaac. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Three-pointer. Down goes the three-pointer for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty seeing Towns knock this shot down, because when he's in rhythm, this guy, despite his size, he's a true floor spacer.
Bull screen on Bridges. Here's Edgecombe. Here's Bull. And finished off by Bull. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Bridges, a screen on Bull. Towns outside. This one for 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Here's Edgecombe. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Edgecombe's got 13 points now in the quarter. Left side Brunson. Over Edgecombe. Uses the glass to drop it in.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Karl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great deep.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA. So fellas, what do you make of the news?
Well, it's definitely an interesting move, but Arnie, if I wanted to trade Kenny somewhere, would I have to run it by you first?
Wait, stop it, Shaq. No one's trading me here. But even if you could, let me ask you this question. Who would you trade me for?
PA.
And we return our attention to tonight's featured game as the Knicks had a closely contested first half.
If you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
Making it rain, and their opponent brought no umbrellas. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting... finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And the Lakers with possession here. 2-point game. And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Luka Doncic. Jonathan Isaac is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Daniels in a 2-guard.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
New York has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Brunson passes to Hart. New York working the ball around now. Fade away. Rebounded by LeBron.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, LeBron is keeping it going. He said, I appreciate these young guys coming up in the ranks and doing great things. I hope to have inspired them to carry it on when I decide that I'm done and keep this beautiful game going. Not just the league, but the purity of the game. That is what's most important. Ryan?
He's left an imprint, no question. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Doncic. After the basket by New York on the other end. And Claxton throws it down.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself.
Brunson finds Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist of the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now, here is James. Daniels passes to James. Doncic on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And it's New York with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Mikal Bridges cleared for takeoff.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic outside. 4-3. The Luka 3. Money.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes now for the Lakers. Bol, he's checked in for Isaac. Edgecombe comes in for LeBron. And it's Marcus Smart in for Daniels. Outside Hart. To the middle. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
High-value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Here's Edgecombe. 15 points in the game. Pass to Claxton. That one is off. Good work defensively by Towns. New York leading by 4. Brunson passes to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And that's now 30 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. But that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Doncic into the lane. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on OG Anunoby. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Doncic. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cast them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Now here's Towns. Rejected by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Carter, he's checked in for Doncic. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, they have one thing to talk about. How do we stop this guy from knocking down threes?
Some changes for Los Angeles. Kleba, he's checked in for Claxton. Williams comes in for Smart. And it's Thibault in for Carter. Bridges passes to Towns. Count that one. Towns has got 32 points in the game.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Now Thibault. Still without a bucket. Out to the wing. The 3 from Edgecombe. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Brunson passes to Towns. And the layup is good off the glass. Towns has got 11 in the second half.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Williams. The three from Edgecombe. It doesn't go for him. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Williams. Bridges passes to Towns. It's rebounded by Kleba. Lakers trail by 4. Driving in. All right, a chance to check out stats for Mikal Bridges.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
And he drops it first.
And what jumps out about VJ Edgecombe is his defensive abilities, because that's what can be difficult to teach. But he's already a very potent force on that side of the ball.
The Knicks making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Bamba's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. New York leading by 4. Outside Hart. Kicks it out, Towns. Count that bucket. Towns has got 38 points.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds. And it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside. Does he even have to jump? Bol is a long guy.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. The three is up. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Edgecombe. 20 points for him. Pass to Thibault. Here's Edgecombe. Count it, and the foul. That's on Mikal Bridges.
And as the rookie Edgecombe gets stronger, these baskets should become more routine. Just nice focus on that finish.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
For the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Yabusele in for Hart. Isaac, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Thibault. And the free throw, no good. New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Brunson. Up top, Robinson. Back to Brunson. Over James. New York again can't hit.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Brunson with it. Picked up by James. Here's Clarkson. Off with the layup.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Bamba. And he hits it to tie the game. Bamba's got his first basket.
Well, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
New York has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Brunson. Now Los Angeles moving it up. And the dunk by Isaac.
And aggressiveness displayed there by Isaac on his dunks. A high-flying forward who really packs it down.
Now here's Yabusele. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Brunson finds Yabusele. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Isaac. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. Clarkson outside. The shot. The rebound by Bamba. Bamba's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's James. Oh, LeBron driving hard to the rack. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's Los Angeles up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Miles McBride is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Robinson in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here is James. Oh, LeBron hammers it down.
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And the dunk by Isaac.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
Kicks it out, Towns. The 3. Williams grabs the board. The Lakers lead by 6. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful. Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Now, here is James. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, you know, in some circles, this is an unpopular point, but there can be value in taking the mid-range shot. This team is certainly proving that tonight.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to James. Claxton, a screen on Clarkson. James down the lane. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Here in the second half, their free throw shooting percentage has definitely improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
First one falls for him.
At just about 85% from the line tonight, they've looked more and more comfortable as the game's gone on.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Williams is checked in for the Lakers. Smart comes in for James. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. McBride connects. The jumper drops. Here's Doncic. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
What you can't help but notice this half is how lights out they've been from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson, and Payne is subbed in for Clarkson. Now here's Anunoby. Towns is screen on Thibault. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
OG elevating. Boy, this guy can fly.
The Lakers lead by 11. Claxton a screen on Payne. Doncic outside. Outside, Williams. Back to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Can't cash it in from close range. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Anunoby finds Payne. Back to Anunoby. To the inside. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now here's Doncic. Stolen by Payne. Fast break. Here comes New York. Towns for 3. Towns hits from the corner.
You know, even if this game doesn't go their way, I think he's got to be proud of how he performed tonight.
Doncic into the lane. And that's a miss. 8 for 14 on the night. Knicks trail by 6. Payne with it. Pass to Anunoby. New York working the ball around now. And here's McBride. From deep three-point land. Thibault with the board. The Lakers lead by 6. Here's Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Towns outside. Nice move. That one drops for him. Towns has got 45 points.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Payne. And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Isaac, he's checked in for Claxton. James comes in for Williams. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Thibault. And Daniels is subbed in for Smart. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Here's Doncic. Oh, Doncic playing above the rim.
It always seems like Doncic is playing with something to prove. Well, I'll tell you what, he's proving plenty tonight.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Anunoby throwing it down right on top of their head, way above the rim.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to James. Daniels outside. Shoots over Anunoby. Rebounded by Towns. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Brunson. Great finish inside by Brunson.
They're making a concerted effort in the second half to go inside, trying to close that gap on the scoreboard.
That free throw good from Brunson.
And Brunson really is a leader both on and off the floor. His example, when he speaks words of truth and passion, and his will and drive to win is infectious.
Yes, sir!
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
That's good from Doncic.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Brunson fires! He drains the step-back jumper.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
Now Doncic. Towns rips down the board. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
Brunson looks it over.
Yeah, with his footwork and strength, Brunson is difficult to contain down low, even though he's not that tall.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Brunson.
There are not many players you'd rather have at the line there. Those free throws were huge.
Now here's Doncic. Here's Luka. Isaac. Here's Daniels. Doncic. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Towns a screen on Daniels. Brunson. Isaac there for the rebound.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Doncic against Brunson. Yes, sir! That one's good!
That's why you give him the rock. Doncic deserves the ball because he can deliver in the clutch.
Knicks trail by 6.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need a nap.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Brunson.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He gets the first, and that brings him within 5. Both free throws good from Brunson.
Knocking down the free throws and eating into this lead with the clock stopped.
Brunson against Doncic. And they doubled up Doncic. Isaac, and he slams it down.
And the development of Isaac, exciting to watch. When he's playing with this kind of confidence, he comes up big in the clutch.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Here's Brunson. Fires it from 14. Isaac there for the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul. And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
Shot's no good. So it's the Lakers now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Doncic outside. So So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
LeBron, you overcame a shaky start in this one. Describe the gritty effort to get the win.
We weren't making shots to start the game in the first quarter, but we continued to just grind and grind and grind, and that's what was able to keep us.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everybody.